Hi everybody, my name's Dylan. They call me Sun God. My favorite part about Sewell Park is the river! My favorite thing to do at Sewell is dance. My dancing is an expression of my soul. So I would put it in a category more of like a sun dance. I have been coming to Sewell Park for a long time. I am not a graduate from here because I'm sorry to say Southwest Texas State University and Texas State is a party college. When I went to school here, I was pledging Sigma Nu, and it's another reason I never went to class. You should never pledge when you're a fresh person. But we had some really great guys there. We did a lot of drinking. I do live in San Marcos. I've lived in San Marcos for 20 years, and I have been coming to the river about that long. I come out here every day that I can because this is the River of the Innocents, Rio de los Inocentes. River of the Innocents, it's River of the Children, and you come out here and you're a child forever. Yeah! Boom! Woo!
Today, we begin our exploration at Sewell Park in San Marcos, Texas. Here, under the radiant sun by the gentle ripples of the river, we meet Dylan Scott, known to many as the Sun God. Scott is a familiar figure to the students of Texas State University. His tanned figure, his daily dance, and his infectious energy have made him a local legend. Janie Shivs, a communication design senior, recalls her first encounter with Scott. As a freshman in 2019, she was enjoying an outing at Sewell Park with her friend Lauren Young, a Texas State alumna. Initially, Janie was concerned seeing Scott dancing and hollering, but Lauren shared the story of the Sun God. Scott's presence took on a new meaning for Janie. She recalls, "We kind of just sat there and watched him have his fun." I think everybody has their weird way that they like to connect with the universe, and that's his. What many perceive as Scott worshiping the sun is far from the truth. Scott has a unique connection with what he calls Dad, or what many refer to as God. His story is not just about a man dancing in the sun. It's about finding peace, joy, and a profound connection with the universe. In a world often clouded by stress and chaos, Scott's daily ritual reminds us to find our own ways to connect with something greater. Whether it's through nature, art, or simple moments of stillness, we all have our paths to inner peace. As we delve deeper into Scott's world, we invite you to appreciate his unique expression of joy and connection. Perhaps through his story, you'll find inspiration to discover your own way to connect with the universe.
Dylan Scott is known to some as the Sun Worshipper, or Sun God. Others call him Zeus. He's known for some strange antics, usually aimed at the sun, but recently Scott was banned from the park after getting into a fight with Dan Barry, better known as Frisbee Dan.
Dan and I actually used to be friends because when I started coming to school, I noticed him, right? And who can't? So I actually went over and I started talking to him. He's the one who taught me to throw the frisbee.
But tensions between the two icons began after a video produced by the University Star described Scott as the Golden Riverman. In the video was an interview with Frisbee Dan that Scott found offensive.
It's sad that somebody actually is that confused.
Scott says he initially responded by keeping his distance from Frisbee Dan, and he says he asked Frisbee Dan to stay away. Then, one day, a frisbee landed next to Scott.
I said something to him because he will not respect people's privacy. He will not respect people. I called him an insect.
After that, Scott shoved Frisbee Dan, and Dan ran to notify the university police. The result of it all is that a criminal trespass complaint was filed against Scott. So now, he's banned from campus for a year. Scott says the way he sees it, he was being bullied and had to stand up for himself.
I take responsibility for my actions. I was not aware that you can't shove people, especially bullies.
Scott later started a Facebook page to attempt to ban Frisbee Dan from the park too.
There's a bully on our playground and he's out of control.
Frisbee Dan was contacted for an interview but declined to comment because he was told doing so would not be in his best interest.
Hey there, folks! Today I'm diving into the heart of San Marcos, Texas, where myths and legends aren't just bedtime stories, they're a part of everyday life. Get ready to meet some of the most mythical characters that make this place so special. First up, let's talk about the sun god of Sewell Park. Picture this, a radiant figure basking in the Texas sun, drawing energy from its rays like some ancient deity. Locals say this spirit watches over the park, ensuring everyone feels the warmth and positive vibes that make Sewell Park a haven for relaxation. When you're there, you can almost feel the energy shift. It's like the sun itself is giving you a big, warm hug. But hey, the sun god isn't the only legend in town. Have you heard about the warrior with the staff? People claim to see this guy twirling a staff with the grace and precision of a martial artist. Some say he's a time traveler, others think he's just a really dedicated performer. Either way, he's become a living legend, embodying the spirit of resilience and strength that runs deep in San Marcos. And then there's Thor. No, not the Marvel superhero, but a guy who genuinely believes he's the god of thunder. You'll find him by the river chugging beers and regaling anyone who listened with tales of Asgard and mighty battles. It's a sight to behold, and whether you believe he's the real deal or just a colourful character, you can't deny he adds a unique flavour to the San Marcos experience. These characters aren't just quirky stories, they represent the essence of San Marcos, a place where community and mythology blend seamlessly. Each legend, each story adds a layer of magic to the town, making it a place where the ordinary meets the extraordinary. So next time you're in San Marcos, keep your eyes open. You never know when you might bump into the sun god, catch a glimpse of the warrior with the staff, or share a beer with Thor by the river. These legends aren't just part of the past. They're living, breathing symbols of what it means to be a part of this vibrant community. And that, my friends, is the magic of San Marcos, Texas. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, stay curious and keep the spirit of adventure alive.